Steelman is campaigning like the cops were after him. He won his House seat by knocking on 26,000 doors, and he wishes he could do the same throughout Texas. Obviously, he can't, but if he could, his personality and firm handshake might win for him. People who meet him like him.
I'm running for the United States Senate.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. I'll appreciate your support. You all help put the word out for me.
Bentsen, by contrast, has never been accused of being long on charisma. His presidential bid was a howling failure. He is considered a patrician, something of a plastic man, computerized, every move calculated. Close friends say he seldom relaxes. He runs a Senate office that is a model of efficiency, and he is well regarded in the Senate. Why, after losing the presidential bid, does he want to stay in Washington?
You know, you divide your life up into parts. I spent the first part of my life trying to get an education, second part trying to establish financial independence for myself and my family, and then I want to spend the rest of my productive life in public service, trying to return it back to what I think is the greatest system of government the world has seen. And if we can keep that system going for our children, it's going to take the commitment and dedication of a lot of people in public service.
And what about Steelman?
Well, I think the Congress, and I make this observation after serving there for 2 terms, is dominated by the forces of big government, big labor, and big business. These large, elite, impersonal special interests that dominate the legislative process. And my view is that Mr. Bentsen is the very epitome of this kind of elitist special interest senator. I think the Trinity Barge Canal, for example, is a good example of these 3 forces, big government, big labor, and big business, being in concert on a project that everyone else will pay for. Now, I think that the working people of this state, the rank and file union member, the small businessman, the tax-paying producing 90% need a voice. And I would like to give voice to the hopes and aspirations of working Texans who aren't represented by Lloyd Bentsen.
Steelman is charged there is a connection between tax loopholes Bentsen has sponsored and campaign contributions he has received.
Well, that's obviously not true. And those are the kinds of wild charges that you get from a fellow that's running way behind.
There is no question that Steelman is running behind. Because of his moderate stands by Texas Republican standards, he has had trouble raising money, while Bentsen is well-financed and has the advantage of incumbency.
And I'm in this thing to win.
What do you do in the event that you don't win?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Humphrey Hawkins may be law by the time I'm out of a job, if I am, and there may be employment for unemployed journalists and politicians and who knows what all.